referee will give that. They will send off a player in that situation. They will give a second yellow card because they obviously have the subconscious bias to the bigger club. Hi, my name is Mike. Welcome to my vlog about football in general and Burnley FC in particular. A vlog that this week, as you can tell, is coming from not the usual place. I am working away at the moment. That is the way it goes. Yep. So the derby game is over. I'm going to kind of talk about that in a little while, but that was the week that was, basically. I did the video last week about people panicking over the transfer situation, which for some curious reason did numbers, I believe, as the kids say. And yeah, that was a little bit strange, but thank you for your comments underneath, both good and bad. I had to give my head a wobble, among other things. People kind of proving my point a little bit by, misinterpreting what I actually said. Which is, it's literally watch the video, see what I say, and then don't accuse me of saying something that I didn't actually say. But that's kind of social media for you. That's Twitter for you. That's all the other social media for you. A social media that, if you read it, basically turned around and said that Lyle Foster wouldn't be playing on Saturday. Who else? Josh Brownhill wouldn't be playing on Saturday. Maximus Stev wouldn't be playing on Saturday. So they were all subject to bids from various. Koleosho wouldn't be playing Saturday. They were all subject to bids by other clubs. That the Burnley FC, Alan Pace was basically taking the money and running. He was selling everybody off. The phrase is asset stripping, and taking the money and running. And lo and behold, on Friday at 11:30, hey, they're in the team. Who would have thought it? But we did say goodbye to a few players, obviously Mark Weghorst, Zeki Amdouni, people we were expecting. Luke McNally, I wasn't kind of expecting to go, given the fact that he played in the first couple of games, and he looks better, probably, and more experienced than CJ Egan-Riley. But he's off to Bristol City, which has become kind of like a Burnley Southwest. Fair play, good luck to him. And ultimately, the squad has been trimmed down a fair bit. The excess has been trimmed, and you can't really argue with that, I don't think. It needed to be done. You could say that you didn't like the way it was done. You could certainly not happy about when it was done, but it needed to be done, and it got done, and thank God the transfer window is now closed. And we can just get on with some kind of normality, and that normality, would you believe, includes matches of football. So yeah, Saturday, the game against that lot from down the road, as mentioned before, due to a quirk of timing, I had a clash and meant I couldn't go. Last week, Oasis announced a reunion tour due to a quirk of timing. I can't go to any of those concerts. I'm washing my hair that fortnight. But I couldn't go to the derby game. It's the earliest it's ever been played in the league in 140 years. I had a prior commitment, and that's the way it goes. So I was stuck in the car, watching and listening to the last sort of 10 minutes or so, including injury time, with a sandwich that was just basically going stale because I couldn't bear the tension. Thoughts, 1-1, I'm not complaining about that. I mean, basically, if you never play these games again, you just basically put them in the books as a 1-1 or a 0-0. Would anyone be unhappy about it? I don't think anyone would. There's just too much on these games these days. 1-1 was perhaps, I don't know, I still haven't worked out if it's a disappointing result, a good result, a bad result. I'll come on to what they think of the result soon. But, ultimately, given the, we'll call it turmoil, given the turnover, given everything that's gone on for the last 2 weeks, or at least 10 days in the run-up to it, yeah, 1-1. It kind of went how you thought it might do. They had a very, very bright start. Lyle Foster's goal was superb. From the back heel by Brownhill, the cross by Anthony. He's in acres of space. He's in his own postcode, but there's something very satisfying about a goal where the striker just gets his head on it and just rockets it into the back of the net. So that was very, very good. They basically equalised with a worldie. Can't complain. Some people trying to have a go at Trafford. It's talking about agendas before. People having to go at Trafford, watch that and say, can any goalie in the world have kept that one out? No, they couldn't. So, 1-1. Clarence had a few chances. Clarence had the better of the game. There was the goal disallowed for onside, which, they are complaining about. Again, I'll come to that in a moment. Clarence then kind of, they played how you expected them to play. They're a quality side, full of talent, who are, on paper, better than their opponents. But they also are disjointed. They, are learning each other's names, they, let alone each other's way of playing and each other's positions. So, putting them into a derby game is not the easiest start for them. And the pressure was kind of on, but because we obviously want to win the game, and they obviously want to win the game and make a good start, make a good impression. But it didn't happen. And obviously under the pressure, they're going to make a few mistakes. Egan Riley, again, ultimately, that's about as bad preparation as a team, the team is likely to get for a game all season, and I include Sunderland in that. And we didn't get away with a 1-1 draw. That's the thing. We didn't get away with it. It was just a 1-1 draw. And that's football, and that's it. It's in the books. You move on. A few things. The sending off was absolutely hilarious. Of course. You're complaining, you're asking for a yellow card. Maybe they don't give that every time, but they certainly give that every time during August. I thought that was really, really funny. Most Premier League referees will not give that, especially in a derby game like that. But you have to think about it another way. A Premier League referee will give that. They will send off a player in that situation. They will give a second yellow card because they obviously have the subconscious bias to the bigger club. And obviously that helps out the bigger club, so he's going to give that one. There was the onside goal or offside goal. We got away with one there, didn't we? What a shame. What an absolute shame. So ultimately, in summary, we didn't deserve to lose, probably didn't deserve to win. Brownhill, please, someone stop him taking free kicks. It's like Ronaldo. Ronaldo takes free kicks, and the difference between Ronaldo taking free kicks in the way that he does and Josh Brownhill taking free kicks in the way that Josh Brownhill does is I'm pretty sure that Ronaldo scored one once. Brownhill has never even looked close. Has he ever brought a save out of the goalkeeper? I'm not talking about hitting the crossbar or the post. Has he ever actually got the damn thing on target? Brownhill's dead ball delivery has been bad for years, and it gets no better. Yet here we are. Everyone knows what's going to happen, and it happened. So anyway, 1-1, and whereas that lot, they were on the socials, they were on the wherever, saying that the referee was against them because they sent a player off for, committing a bookable offence. They were on the bad end of an onside decision, an offside decision. They needed a Micah Hyde moment to actually equalise. And then at the end of the game, they all go over to their fans who are celebrating drawing as if they'd won the actual title, which, if I remember rightly, they won the title last week. But they're celebrating as if they had won the title and the Cup and the Champions League rolled into one. And it couldn't help but be noticed. Well done. You're us 15 years ago. So that's it for this one. Very brief, as I say, circumstances meant I went to the game. I've got to work, I'm in that London all week. And there is an international break coming up. So hopefully when I get back home, I might do something. I mentioned this before about Mission to Burnley too. I think that was worth doing something. But in the meantime, 1-1. The season, the transfer window is finished. The season can begin. We can see what the team is now going to be capable of and where Scott Parker is going to be capable of. After the turmoil as I say, I think I'm in a fairly good place with the team, with the club. I think people are kind of like getting over the turmoil the last couple of weeks. If you managed to get off social media, well done you, good. If you didn't escape my notice that certain people were suddenly trolling by picking on players that they've decided they don't like, who no one else had mentioned, but they're going out there going, did you know such and such didn't play well? Did you know Lucas Perez didn't play well? Oh, I'm not so sure about him. Oh, okay, we're suddenly picking our scapegoats, and this is the way you're going to nudge people. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, on that note, short one, apologies for the quality, apologies for the video and audio and all that kind of stuff. Off to the international break. In the meantime, have a good international break. We'll have Leeds away, probably won't do all for that, but probably will do for Mission to Burnley too. So, take care, and in the meantime, up the Clarets.